guys, Mayflum here, and you're looking at a pile here on my desk as I try to organize for a trip so I can get going. So let me show you what I've got going here. Now, a lot of the times when I travel, I will take a traveler's notebook, and I'll show you one here. So something like this. This is one by Prima. A lot of times this is something like this is what I will take. And the reason is a couple things. Number one, it's got a band on it so it all stays together. Number two, inside I've got a loop to hold my pen, a place to set ephemera. Notebook is in here, nice and blank, ready to go. And then in the front, I've got more little pockets and things where I can tuck things. A lot of times I can simply, this is all I would need. I would take this and I would go. That would be that. We'd be set. This particular trip, I'm going to not do with a traveler's notebook. I'm going to do it with just a regular notebook. And this notebook, I'm actually in the process of getting all set up. I'm actually filming that for an upcoming class all about notebooks and my love of them. Sneak peek. If you're, depending on when you're watching that, that's a huge sneak peek. Anyhow, so this is going to have all my notes in it. Anything I want will be in here, as well as things like restaurants and places we want to visit. So this is where everything is documented. And I'm okay, as you can see, the notebook is like 6 by 8. It's bigger than my hand. I'm okay with using a big notebook. I'm okay with this because I don't see myself writing as I run around New York City. I see myself writing in the morning and in the evening at the hotel and on the 5.5-hour plane ride there and back. So because I don't see myself needing this, running around with this all over, mostly using it in the hotel and the airplane, I'm okay with a much bigger size. If I was wanting to run all around with it, I might consider something much, much smaller, such as, look at this, look at the difference in size here, such as this little guy, okay? I might think about something like that if I wanted to tuck it into my purse. But since I don't, and since I want lots and lots of room, I'm good. And because, I mean, it's themed and it's got a great cover on it. It's a really, like, I feel like if I spilled something on it, the liquid would just whoosh away. So this is my notebook. So to go along with that, what am I allowed to pack? When I am on the go, I am a huge fan of limit. And this goes, guys, this goes, if you're going to a retreat, if you're going to a crop, you're going to a class, you need to be limiting your supplies because, number one, you will never ever, I have yet to hear of the person that went somewhere with a bajillion supplies and totally was glad because they used every single thing. That just doesn't happen. Most of the time, you won't use even a small fraction of whatever you bring. In fact, I went to Arizona and I was so certain I was going to be crafting and I brought an entire, like, a box within the suitcase of supplies to craft with. And I started working with some of them. I did need some of them. But then when I took track of what did I actually use, it was about 5%. Okay, so you don't need a lot. So what am I going to bring? Well, I love these tiny Tim Holtz scissors for travel. They're fantastic. And yes, you can take these on the airplane. But I'm just going to show this to you. These are some little Ginger scissors? Yeah, I think so. Fiskars, Gingers, something like that. They're shorter, but they're also, look at how much space they take up. Okay, so for me, when I'm trying to go really super light, little teeny tiny pair of scissors like this is where it's at. This is just a little zipper pouch. I'm bringing a silver and a white pen because I'm feeling whimsical. I'm bringing a black journaling pen because sometimes there might be a reason why I might want one of those. And then I'm bringing 2 pen gems for my ballpoint pens. I've got a rose gold and a blue. I love Pen Gems pens. They're super smooth writing, but they're also really beautiful. And I love writing when I have a beautiful pen like one of these. So that's coming along. I'm also bringing a tiny glue stick, because I don't know, I might want to glue stuff in. I'm bringing, this is something, I got this in a swag bag, Tombow Mono Air correction tape. I might want some correction tape. I'm going to try that out. And I'm also bringing another swag bag item, Tombow permanent adhesive, because I think I'm going to want to glue ephemera into that container. Now that gets me not full, I've got room in here, but full enough that I'm going to zip it for now. Okay, so I've got this, and I'm going back and forth on two options. Option number one, I shove little stickers and washi tapes and things in here too and make this really, really full and really, really fat. You can see right now as it is, it's really thin. Okay, and I feel like that's gonna fit my purse and suitcase needs better. So this is my other go-to for travel that I use a lot. And the deal with this one is, this is from Webster's Pages, and it's just like a little, it's a little zippered, look, you zip it all up, and I have used and abused this thing too. You zip it on up, and it's a little pouch, okay, and it's got little pockets. I've got a bunch of little cards in here right now. So what can you put in here? You can put anything in here. I'll tell you what I am going to put in here. I took some washi tapes, and these are just, I have these for my embroidery threads. I love embroidery threads, and I keep them on these. That's what these are made for, little spools for embroidery thread. I took some New York, some travel, and then just 2 decorative thin washies and put them on here. You do not need very much. 4 is ample, or 5. That's totally ample amount of washi. And I'm just going to tuck them in this little pocket. I have some little tags. I'm going to go really, really light here, to the point that I may actually think about putting this stuff in here. We're going to see how it goes right here. And I am showing you guys, I did not, oh, and there's the scissor covers. That makes more sense now. What? Come on, guys. There you go. So I am showing you guys this at live, meaning I have not pre-planned what I'm going to do here. I'm thinking about those. Those could be kind of fun. These Outfitters pink paisley stickers, I need to see if there's ones that are less like camp themed, or if they're all pretty camp themed. Yeah, they are. They're all more camp themed, so not these. So I'm showing this to you live, meaning as I sit here and figure it out, because I feel like that would be way more helpful to see, like, okay, how do we do this? Well, and then this is a sticker book. I don't want all the sticker sheets. I just want a couple, like that one. Those look like good stickers to use. Some of these, like Happiness is Homemade, I Love You, Infinity, those ones, Make Lemonade, those are not going to be used on my travel, just this one. This is a perfect page, so in they go. And that's all I'm going to do here is just tuck in. These are little, let's see, write it down. Okay, so these are general, like, motivational, inspirational stickers, so those aren't going to stay. I thought they were travel ones. I will find some travel ones, because that would be wonderful. So, again, I just pull out and look through, what do we have? What maybe would be good? Like, these would maybe be great. And when you get something like this where you're looking at it and it's great, except it's too big, see if you can chop something off. You want to travel super, super light. That's always going to be a good thing. Little alphabet stickers could be cool, except I don't see pink really being in the colors here, so I'm not going to worry about those. But I just go through, what do I have? What do I already have? What do I have here that could maybe work? And if I come up with stuff, that's great. And if I don't, then I just don't worry about it. Because here's the other thing, is we can always add. Okay, so like here's some black ones. Those would be good. Let's see. Oh, and these are some Chamel. These are these stickers that kind of like travel-y. Adventure. Well, maybe not. Okay, so only 1 or 2 looked kind of travel-y to me. So we'll just take these black letter stickers along. And I just keep tucking stuff in. And if something like this, you know what? I don't need the little houses. We don't need to take that one. But if something looks great to me, I add it. If it doesn't, I don't. It's really that simple, and you don't want to overthink this. Do you see how fast I'm going? How as I'm going through my supplies, I'm just like, yes, no, really super fast. That is really important. You cannot sit here and play with this stuff and just like overthink and do I think I'll use it? Well, what if I don't? What if I want to? What if I need that? Oh my gosh, guys, there's nothing you actually need. Whatever you've got, you'll make work. And if it doesn't work, when you get home, you can fix it. Okay, you don't have to have it all done on the road. You can fix some stuff up at home. And if you find something and you go, ooh, I like that, tuck it in. Done. End of story. And oh, this is a fun washi tape roll I'm going to tuck in there. And looking at this, I think maybe a couple more stickers, not letter stickers, but maybe a couple more shape stickers. And I'm good. So looking at that, I want to pull this all out and see, can I, in fact, make this all work like so? And just take the one little pouch. It's possible. If I leave this tape at home, it's possible. Okay, let's find out. This tape might be too thick. We're going to see. Whoops. Okay, so I think it's going to zip all up. Yep. Okay, so guess what? I consolidated. We don't need this one after all. We just need this one. And I still have room in here to add. Now, the only downside of this, and something I would consider, is look, it's all going to slide. It all wants to slide back out. I'm going to help that in part by tucking the pens in the deeper pouch and some things in the deeper pouch. But it is something to note because, oh, and those are for camp. We don't need those. It's definitely something to note because you want to think about how you're using this. If you're thinking about pulling out pens and writing in a cafe or in line somewhere, you know, you're in Disneyland, you're in a line, you're going to pull this out and write. You're going to be in a cafe in Paris and pull this out and write. I don't know, wherever you are at a sporting event and you're pulling this out. If you're pulling this out, it's a little more awkward than unzipping a pouch and reaching in. You see what I mean? If you're reaching in the unzipped pouch, things aren't going to fly. If you're doing this, things can fly, although that's going to help me tremendously. Things can fly around, so that's maybe, ooh, and I can put my washi tape back in now. So that is something to think about. It's always good to think about what do I absolutely think I'll use. And I'm always a big fan of bring a little less than you think you'll use versus more. The only exception would be glue. If you bring a little extra glue, you bring a little extra plain cardstock for crafting, then that's fine. But there are things like I don't need to also pack my stapler and a water brush and some watercolors and I don't need to play and. Whatever I have here, I'll have fun with. I'll be focused on my adventures because remember, when I get back home, I can always add things in. If I've doodled a note and thought, oh, there's this great stamp, I can just leave an area for my stamp. There's all kinds of things I can do if I want to add other elements that I can do once back home. For now, yes, indeed, that's it. That's my entire on-the-go travel pack for this first trip of summer. I'm excited. Questions, comments, future things you'd like to hear about crafting on the go? Let me know. I'll see you next time.